Women, please stop telling men to cry. For a man, crying is bad. Can I get any more basic than that? Please stop telling men to cry. For a man, crying is bad. In trying to research this topic, I found no one who actually took this stance. Why is that, you think? Shakaama, you must be wrong. No, the world has gone crazy, and search engines apparently have all sided with the leftists. And yes, this is a leftist thing. Stop telling men to cry. Millennials, and even worse, Gen Z, have grown up with the women's campaign to release the sensitive man. Gen Z has never grown up without there being a campaign to get men to cry. With male fertility and testosterone at an all-time low, we now see the results of a protracted campaign to get men to cry. But Shakaama, psychologists say it's healthy to cry. No, in fact, the opposite is true if we're going to talk about health. And let me tell you about health. Psychologists don't know the first thing about health. And in fact, there is a tremendous criticism that psychology and psychiatry is in fact not a scientific endeavor. It is something that is all based on conjecture. The father of psychiatry was an abysmal failure. Freud? Go look it up. Crying lowers testosterone. What is the result of that? Testosterone, contrary to popular belief, makes you live longer, have stronger bones, and more vitality. Therefore, lowering testosterone shortens your life, puts you in danger of having weak bones, and drastically less vitality. Even women are now told to take testosterone to make them live longer, have more vitality, and in fact, a lot of the female CEOs and vice presidents and all of those people take testosterone. Females take testosterone. It doesn't make you more manly. As a woman, it doesn't make you more manly unless you're taking it when you're 9 years old. When you're 50 years old and take testosterone, it has nothing but the benefits for you. Think about this. In an effort to combat osteoporosis, they tell you to lift weights. Why? They never tell you why. Lifting weights increases testosterone, which then increases bone density, which fights osteoporosis. But even putting that aside, it is now a cause of divorce to see men cry. So many men are crying in front of their wives that the wives then divorce them so much that it's an actual stat. That means millions of men are crying and millions of women are divorcing them. And it's so much that it's beating out other causes of divorce to rise up to the top 10 causes of divorce. But think about this. Women tell you to cry because women cry. When a woman cries, she gets help, money, security, safety, and is released from whatever responsibility she has over whatever she's done. Crying works for women. So they tell men to cry. When a man cries, none of that happens. In fact, seeing a man cry causes even more rejection, anger, stress in other people, and hatred. And men have to be responsible 100% of the time at all times. That's not to say men can't be helped 99% of the time by other men, but they can't break down and cry. In fact, men telling other men about something horrible that they're going through without crying gains men more respect from men than crying. You see how that is? Because if a man tells another man about something that they're going through that's so horrible, and a man thinks logically, had he been anybody else with a weaker constitution, he would have broke down and cried. This man is not crying, therefore this guy has a strong constitution. This is somebody dependable. This is somebody I want to have around. This is somebody I want to have on my team. This is somebody I want to hire. This is somebody I want to give money to. Why? Because this is a responsible man. In a world where we no longer live hunting lions. In a world where we're no longer hunting lions. Men still have to be the responsible ones. Think about this. The point of men not crying is so that in the case of a fire, the woman falls down and cries to get the attention of the man to rescue her. That's the whole point of the woman crying, right? So she's in a fire. She can't escape. So she sits down and cries. The crying alerts the men. The men come to rescue her and bring her out of the fire. This is not conjecture. This is an actual historical biological thing. Think about this. If a woman gets lost in the forest, and any search and rescue tells you exactly this, it is best for you to stop, sit down, and start crying. Why? Because search and rescue can pinpoint you, and you're not a moving target where they can't pinpoint you. So for a woman, crying really works, really helps, and it helps the men to find her. If we both fall down and cry in a fire, we're both going to burn up. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm about to be homeless, so please donate what you can, $20 or more. I have not raised enough money. I do have some new merch. If you're pro-Trump, I did a whole bunch of research, and all of the people who are actually buying t-shirts, political t-shirts, are pro-Trump. The anti-Trump t-shirts are not selling. Obviously, that means that the anti-Trump people either don't have money or they're not putting their money where their mouth is. So that's what I made. Some Trump t-shirts. Go ahead and buy those. Thank you all for watching. And they're beautiful shirts. Thank you.